All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I hope you had a great day and a great weekend and a great whatever, whenever you end up watching this video. We're going to continue with Unit 5. We determined if two equations are parallel perpendicular. Remember, parallel equations have the same slope, and perpendicular equations have opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay? Remember, an opposite reciprocal is if I have a half, the opposite reciprocal is the opposite of positive is negative, and the reciprocal is 2 over 1. Flip that fraction. Today, Unit 5, Lesson 2, we're going to write an equation perpendicular to another equation through a specific point. So let's look here. A couple steps when we go through this whole process. First, you want to identify if the new equation is parallel or perpendicular. Then, you want to identify the slope. You want to use y equals mx plus b and use substitution and substitute the slope and a point, then solve for b, and then write the equation. Let's see how that works. We want to write an equation that is perpendicular to the line y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. And we want to have that equation be perpendicular. So we're deciding that we want it to be perpendicular. Remember, that means opposite reciprocal. Okay. So what's the slope of this equation? Well, we know the slope is negative 1/3. So what is our new perpendicular slope? We know this slope is negative 1/3. What's the new perpendicular slope? Well, that's an opposite reciprocal. So 1/3, negative 1/3, the opposite of a negative is a positive. The reciprocal of 1 over 3 is 3 over 1. Or if you wanted to, you could just write 3. Okay? We want this to go through the point 1, 5. We want our new equation to go through the point 1, 5. So let's put that in here. We know that these are x's and y's. So what comes first in our equation? Remember, our equation is y equals mx plus b. So our new equation, our y value is 5. Okay, we're using y equals mx plus b and substitute the slope and a point. Okay, we have a point, 1, 5. 5. M is our slope, so we're going to say that is 3. X is 1, and now we're trying to figure out what this b is. So let's do some simplifying. We're going to do 5 equals 3 times 1 is just 3 plus b. Let's continue solving to figure out what the b value is. Well, to get the b by itself, this is a positive 3, so the opposite of a positive is a negative. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Those cancel. We're left with b equals 5 minus 3 is 2. So b equals 2. Then we write our new equation with our new slope and our new y-intercept, our new b value. So our new slope was, we said 3, so y equals 3x plus our b value, which is 2. And that's it. That's all you're going to do. You're going to substitute in and find your value. Try another one. We have a line that is equals y equals negative 3/5 x plus 3. And you want that to be perpendicular. And we're going to find a perpendicular line that goes through the point. Let's go with 3, 2. So first thing we want to do is identify our slope in our equation. What's our slope in our equation here? That's the number in front of the x, so negative 3/5. And we said we want it to be perpendicular. Remember, that's the sign for perpendicular. So what's our perpendicular slope of negative 3/5? Well, that means, again, the opposite reciprocal, opposite of a positive, or opposite of a negative is a positive. And the reciprocal of 3/5 is 5/3. So our new slope, our perpendicular slope to this equation is 5/3. So now we substitute. Remember, this is an x, this is a y. And we are looking for the equation y equals mx plus b. First thing to substitute is the y then. That's what's on the left side of the equal sign. So our y value is 2. Our new slope, we said, was 5/3. And our x value is 3. So simplify. Nothing happens over here. 2 equals 5/3 times 3. Let's do the work up here. We can simplify, cross reduce, divide both by 3. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1, so it just equals 5. This, if I didn't reduce, would be 15/3, which 15 divided by 3 is 5. Plus b. Now we need to solve for b. First thing you want to do is get rid of this positive 5, so we're going to subtract 5. Our 5 minus 5 is 0. We're left with b equals 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So b equals negative 3. Then we got to substitute back in. We said our slope, our new equation, this is our perpendicular equation, was 5/3. So we have y equals 5/3 x plus, and then we have minus 3, so we're going to do negative 3, which we can simplify down to y equals 5/3 x minus 3. And that would be a perpendicular line to our original equation. Last one here. There is a line defined by the equation 3x plus 6y equals 12. There's a second line that passes through the point negative 2, 6, and is perpendicular to the line given. What is the equation of the second line? Well, this one's a little bit harder. It's not in y equals mx plus b form, so we need to solve it first. So the first step is to get the y by itself. So let's do that. To get the y by itself, first thing you want to do is get rid of the 3x. And that's a positive 3x, so we are subtracting 3x from both sides. We get 6y equals, and I'm going to flip these around, negative 3x plus 12. And next is get rid of this 6, so we are dividing by 6. And again, we are dividing everything by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so we are just going to write y equals negative 1/2 x, simplified, plus 2. Okay, now we need to identify our slope. Our slope for our original equation is negative 1/2. So we need to identify the perpendicular slope. What's our perpendicular slope? Opposite of a negative is a positive. Reciprocal of 1/2 is 2/1, so that just equals a positive 2. Our perpendicular slope equals 2. Now we have a point, and we are going to substitute. Remember, we are going to substitute into y equals mx plus b. This is an x, this is a y. Y is 6. Our new slope is 2. Our x value is negative 2, and then b. Doing some simplification, 6 equals negative 4 plus b. Last step is to get that b by itself, adding 4 to both sides, and we get b equals 10. Now our final step is to write the equation with our new slope and our new y-intercept. So our new equation would be y equals new slope 2x and our new y-intercept plus 10. And that is our perpendicular equation to the original equation of 3x plus 6y is 12. Awesome job. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Send me a message. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.